Sierra Leone's president and first lady are working together to elevate the plight of women and girls in the West African nation. VOA's Peter Clottey sat down with both the president and first lady for an interview in New York recently. Salem Solomon has this story.
Sierra Leone's president, Julius Maada made international headlines when he declared rape and sexual violence a national emergency earlier this year.
On this note, ladies and gentlemen, I therefore declare rape and sexual violence as national emergency.
Bio said he sees improving the lives of women as a key way for the country to develop economically and in terms of health indicators.
I believe that if we have to develop as a nation, Sierra Leone, and the world at large, where women are in the majority, we must treat them fairly, we must take them seriously, and we must make them a part and parcel of the Sustainable Development Goals, making sure that they are made to be productive and be part of the march towards Sustainable Development Goals.
In 2018, the rape of a 5-year-old girl in Sierra Leone by her uncle that left her paralyzed generated outrage and calls for stricter laws. The same year, instances of reported sexual violence rose to 8,505, an all-time high. According to the Rainbow Initiative, a Sierra Leonean organization that helps survivors of gender-based violence, 93% of victims treated are younger than 17 years of age, and 24% are younger than 11. Historically, most attackers go unpunished. Bio said he's determined to change that.
We are going to make sure that this fight is taken very seriously. I must say that I was appalled by the nature of what I met. Women were not taken seriously. Girls and little babies were being raped with impunity.
Bio said his administration is now taking drastic action against those who commit rape. In September, the country's legislature amended its Sexual Offences Act to allow a maximum punishment of life in prison for someone who rapes a child. The country has also created a Sexual Offences Division of the High Court in order to hear sexual assault cases and increase rates of prosecution. First Lady Fatima has spearheaded the Hands of Our Girls campaign, which seeks to not only end gender-based violence, but address issues including teen pregnancy, child trafficking, child marriage, and prostitution. At an event during the UN General Assembly, she was joined by other First Ladies from across the continent, as well as African Development Bank, including President Akinwumi Adesina.
The Hands of Our Girl campaign is a campaign that I believe should be a global campaign, should not be limited just within Sierra Leone. And we have worked very hard to a point where the title itself has a life of its own, and it's basically traveling like wildfire around the world.
During the UN event, Fatima shared personal details about her life, including the fact that she was forced to flee an arranged marriage with a much older man in her early teens. From that moment, I vowed that I would not see a child being abused, she said. The First Lady sees the movement spreading. In neighboring Liberia, First Lady Claire Weah has launched the She Is You campaign to elevate women's rights and fight against gender-based violence. Now, the conversation about rape has begun in West Africa. Fatima believes it will only continue.
What we have done as a country is actually introduce the subject. Early marriage rape is a subject that people don't like to talk about in Africa. People like to cover, they use a lid to cover it. And we have actually lifted that lid on it.
With Peter Clottey, I'm Salem Solomon, VOA News, Washington.